And not only does the setup, it's not only after, but it's during your life. We're all living it right now. You know what I mean? The people you see, it's all a setup. Like if you're gonna go somewhere, right? But there's someone else there, right? So either you got a choice. You could either go there and deal with this person, or you could go where you don't want to go there because that person's there, right? You want to go, now you go where you go, and that's the setup, because these people are the setup. These people are keeping you in the setup. Or someone comes and talks to you or something like that, and they want to talk to you. They're like, hey, and they want to have a conversation, or they want to do this with you, or this, or whatever it is they're doing with you at that particular time is the setup. They're keeping you in the setup. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, it's all a setup, and everyone is living that setup. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, look, I'm looking at all these people right now. I'm in the setup. I know I'm in the setup. This is the setup. And I'm looking at every one of these people, and they are also living the setup, right? Because there they are, and they're doing what they're doing. If I'm in the setup, and you're here, and you're doing what you're doing, well, then obviously that means that you're in the setup too, right? Because it's all set up for everyone, and it's a setup. You know what I mean? So that's the life that's being lived here then. It's just all a setup, right? So there is no real life. There is no real worth. There is no real anything. It's just a setup. So what worth is there? That's what people are asking for, is what worth is there if it's all a setup? If everywhere you go and everyone is fake and it's all a setup, then what worth is there to even live this? Because there isn't really. And that's why you got people committing suicide and all of this stuff happening. But then you got the other people who tried to kill themselves, but it didn't work. Why? Because obviously that's the setup. You know what I mean? It's a setup. It's all a setup. And you're still alive here. Why? Because you're part of the setup. And obviously these other people, if you get out of the setup, then are these people going to take care of you? Or are you going to die? You're going to be killed? What's going to happen? These people getting killed and murdered, are they getting out of the setup? Is that why they get murdered and they get killed? Because they're out of the setup? They chose to get out of the setup, or they chose something else rather than the setup, than the government and the aliens or whatever are setting up for everyone to get done here. You know what I mean? Think about it, y'all. These people are getting murdered and stuff. Why are they getting murdered and stuff? Why? Why are these people murdered, and why are people committing suicide, but it doesn't happen and they're still here alive? Because it's a setup. Because that's the setup. It's all a setup. Everyone you're talking to, everyone that's out here, everything that's happening is the setup. You understand? And if you get out of the setup, then what happens? I guess you're just another one who's going to get killed or something and murdered or whatever, or something's going to happen to you. I don't know. You know what I mean? Obviously, that's the end of this because you got out of their setup, right? So that's what I'm explaining here. And they all know it, and I know it, and I'm explaining it once again to everyone on planet Earth so they know that it's a setup. And this is happening to everyone, and everyone is being used and controlled, and they all know it, especially the foreigners. The foreigners definitely know it because they have came here to get used in the setup, and they all know that they're doing it, and they know they're getting used by the government, and the government knows that they're using them, And everyone should know this now because I'm telling you, and I'm telling you how it is about all of these people and the setup. You understand me? The setup, keep them out, keep them out, keep them out, keep them out.